Fast X Part 2 isn't just another race, it's a war. When a new villain emerges, forcing Dominic Toretto, Luke Hobbs, and Deckard Shaw into an uneasy alliance, the stakes skyrocket. With a hacker capable of controlling every car on the planet and a shocking betrayal from within, the family faces its biggest test yet. As high-speed chases, explosive battles, and unexpected twists unfold, one question remains. Can they stop the chaos before it's too late? Buckle up, because this ride is full of surprises. Fast X Part 2 isn't just another sequel, it's an all-out war where speed meets betrayal and the past refuses to stay buried. Dominic Toretto, Luke Hobbs, and Deckard Shaw find themselves thrown into a deadly game where an unseen enemy is always one step ahead. Dom receives a cryptic message on his car's dashboard. The past is not dead, it's waiting for you. Before he can make sense of it, chaos erupts across the city. Cars start crashing on their own, their systems hacked, a ghost from the past is pulling the strings, and this time, no one is safe. Hobbs, now back in the U.S. after working overseas, gets a call from a government contact. A cyber attack is spreading through high-tech vehicles worldwide, and the only clue they have is an old case tied to Shaw's past. Reluctantly, Hobbs tracks down Shaw, who is living off the grid, trying to stay out of trouble. But when Shaw's personal security system is breached and his family is targeted, he knows this is bigger than anything he's ever faced. The only way out, working together with the people he least trusts, Dom and Hobbs. They meet in a secret garage in London, a neutral ground where grudges are put aside for survival. Tension is thick. Dom still hasn't forgiven Shaw for Han, and Hobbs doesn't trust either of them. But there's no time for personal battles. Their enemy, a ruthless cyber terrorist known as Shadow, has gained access to military-grade technology capable of remotely controlling any vehicle with an electronic system. His goal? To cause global anarchy and bring down the concept of law and order, one city at a time. But there's something deeper driving his mission: revenge. Dom discovers that Shadow's real name is Leon Vasquez, a former street racer and hacker who once rode with the original Fast crew. Years ago, during an illegal race, Vasquez's brother was killed in a high-speed crash. The accident was covered up and Vasquez disappeared, only to return now as a man consumed by vengeance. He blames Dom and his crew for his loss and has spent years building a network powerful enough to destroy everything they stand for. And now he has the ultimate weapon, an AI-driven virus that can override any car's controls, turning them into lethal weapons. The first major attack happens in Dubai, where a convoy of armored vehicles transporting a top-secret device is hijacked without a single person behind the wheel. Dom, Hobbs, and Shaw arrive just in time to see the vehicles drive themselves off a skyscraper, detonating on impact. The message is clear: no one is in control anymore. Realizing they need to strike fast, the trio plans a heist to steal the only device capable of counteracting the virus, an EMP generator hidden in a high-security military base. The problem? It's in the middle of a desert, surrounded by an army of mercenaries. In a daring mission filled with high-speed desert chases, explosive shootouts, and last-second maneuvers, the team manages to retrieve the EMP. But just as they think they've won, Shadow's forces ambush them, stealing the device and leaving them stranded. Worse, Dom is captured and taken to an unknown location. Now it's up to Hobbs and Shaw to put their differences aside and track him down before Shadow executes the final phase of his plan, disabling every car in the world, causing complete global chaos. Dom wakes up in an abandoned facility, chained to a chair. Shadow steps out of the darkness, revealing his plan. He wants Dom to suffer, to watch the world burn the same way he did when he lost his brother. But there's one more surprise: he's not working alone. A shadowy figure steps forward, and Dom's heart stops. It's someone he once considered family. The betrayal cuts deep, but there's no time to process it. In a shocking turn of events, the facility is suddenly raided, not by Hobbs or Shaw, but by an unexpected ally. Letty, Roman, and Tej arrive in a full-throttle assault, breaking Dom free. The family is back together, but the battle is far from over. With time running out, they race to London, where Shadow has set up his final attack. The city is in chaos as thousands of hacked cars rampage through the streets, causing destruction at every turn. The only way to stop it is to reach the main server, buried deep beneath a heavily guarded building. Dom and Letty go underground, fighting their way through Shadow's elite guards. But Hobbs and Shaw take the fight to the streets, Driving armored muscle cars built to withstand the out-of-control vehicles, the battle is brutal with near-death moments at every turn. In a climactic moment, Dom faces off against Shadow in a high-speed duel on a bridge, their cars inches away from destruction. With a last-second maneuver, Dom forces Shadow's car to crash, sending him plummeting into the river below. But even in defeat, Shadow smiles. "It's not over," he whispers before disappearing into the water. Meanwhile, Letty and the team successfully disable the virus, bringing the chaos to an end. The world is safe, for now. As the dust settles, the family regroups. Shaw parts ways, his debt repaid. Hobbs returns to his daughter, knowing another fight is always around the corner. Dom stands by his car, staring at the horizon. Just as he's about to leave, his phone rings. A familiar voice says, "We're not done yet." The screen fades to black, leaving one final question. Who's really in control?